It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. In today's experiment, I'm going to try three white matte paints in a cloud pour. I watched Gina Deluca's recent video on her cloud pour, and she was explaining how it's important to use a glossy base and a more matte surface to glide over the gloss. And in the past I always heard that opaque colors were important, so I'm going to do a combination. For my base color I'm going to use two opaque colors, the Loft Soft Body in cobalt blue, or it's just blue, and Liquitex bright aqua green. So I'm going to do a pour combining those two colors, and then over that I'll do either a straight pour or a ring pour with these colors. So this is chalk paint that I had when I was refinishing some furniture, and this is called Antique Aqua, Art Minds. And I just mixed it with 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and a little bit of the DecoArt satin enamels. I'd say maybe 1/3 part to the paint, satin enamels. And then I'm using, this is another chalk paint here, Art Minds Seafoam. So I did the same with Floetrol and a little bit of satin enamels. And I'm also going to be using Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue. And this I didn't mix with satin enamels, I just have it with Floetrol. And then for the 3 experiments, I'm using different white mattes mixed with satin enamels. So for one, I'm using the FolkArt titanium white matte acrylic paint, and I just mixed up small batches because I'll just be using a small 10 by 10 or 8 by 8 canvas. So this is mixed up with 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and I'd say roughly ½ part satin enamels. And then this is FolkArt's chalk paint, cottage white, it's matte. So that's for another experiment. And then this is the apple barrel white, it's matte acrylic paint. So that would be my 3rd experiment. So we'll see what happens. So I'll start with my base paint. I'll just do a couple layers of each of these. So the first one was the Artist Loft Blue, and this is the Liquitex Bright Aqua Green. So this is a cute little 8 by 8. Let's see if this is enough. So I'll have two colors here which will be interesting for the base. Sometimes when you do a pour and you don't like it and you pour over it, you get interesting results by pouring over the previous pour. So I'm hoping that this will This will work the same. If you are enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below. So I have a pretty triptych. They all complement each other. This is the first one where I use the FolkArt chalk paint, the matte chalk paint. Not as many effects as the others, but it still has some pretty designs, patterns. I think these are easier to do on a larger canvas because you can stretch more. I didn't want to eliminate some of the patterns. And this was the second one, the FolkArt matte white, titanium white. This is gorgeous. Has more effects than the other one. All these beautiful fingerlings. And this was the third experiment. We're using the apple barrel matte white. And again, very beautiful with the fingerlings. Some effects there. This is pretty. Even the simpler areas are beautiful with the ribbons. But of the three, probably my favorite, I'm leaning towards this one just because of all these other effects, and that is the FolkArt matte titanium white. But the apple barrel is a close second. So as a triptych, I would put this one in the center because it has more of the cobalt blue, and then have the fingerlings on either side. I think it would make a nice set. And here are the dry results. They're drying beautifully. This is a possible combination for a triptych. The center one being the first one I did with the FolkArt chalk matte paint. And then this one was the second one I did with the FolkArt titanium white matte paint. And it dried beautifully, hasn't changed. And this is the third one I did with the apple barrel white matte paint. And I really like this one. Yesterday I liked the FolkArt titanium white, but today I'm leaning towards this one, although I think they're both very gorgeous. So what's your preference? Let me know in the comment section below, and stay tuned for my next video, number 45, in which I use the combination of the FolkArt titanium white matte with the apple barrel in a cloud pour. I got some great results with those two. That's it for today. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.